Dan, what color would you say your shirt is?
It's definitely red, James.
Okay, we were just discussing this a second ago. But it's more. There's a more specific color than the red.
Sluggy, what color is this? Sluggy.
I'd say it's red.
I'm not saying it's not red. Okay.
Valen says it's red.
I'm saying there's a more because there are different shades of red. Like you got like a with green. You got like a heritage green. You got a pine green. It's like a brighter green. You got like a toxic green. Yeah.
What would you say?
This is like raspberry. It's like a raspberry color.
What raspberry are
Yeah,
you using?
that's not the kind of raspberries
That is a raspberry
we have around
color.
here.
That's definitely a raspberry color. How is that not raspberry? Do you even have raspberries here?
I hope so.
It's America.
America has everything.
They have everything.
Yeah, with steroids in it. I mean, like, you know, raspberries off a tree. Look, man. Look, can you like? All right, can we go to Dan Cam, please? Dan camera. Raspberries.
Yeah, it's a fruit. Doesn't mean it's.
I know what raspberries
calling you
are,
a fruit.
Dan. I know what raspberries are. You
Doesn't mean
didn't have to
it's
say raspberries are a
automatically
fruit,
colour.
but thank you for that. The point is, this is like a raspberry red. Would you say raspberries are red?
Yeah, but what are you talking about? Because you're saying a specific color that's used, like let's say salmon pink, right?
Yeah.
That's the color,
Yeah.
right? But you're just saying raspberry. You're making something up.
I'm not making it up. These are raspberries right here. What are you talking
yeah,
about?
yeah, exactly.
How am I making it up? Here are the
But
raspberries.
You're saying that the type, that shade of color is is referred to as more specifically, and then you're saying raspberries are red, therefore.
I'm not saying this is officially in the register of official colors.
Okay.
The name of this color.
Right.
I'm just saying that there's a, you know, you could have like a generic strong red, like this red here of the Chinese abacus, for example. But this is
like
a
blue,
more
royal blue.
yeah. That's
Green,
all I'm saying,
racing
James.
That's
Since
why
you're
is this a problem?
talking, since you're talking out of our behind.
Okay, out of yours, you mean? But is this something to be on camera?
No. You can reset the counter though. Do you have a pen?
What, can we just go to top-down cam, please, for a second? That says, what the hell? We haven't zoomed in. Okay, now you've seen all the trash. Okay, cancel. What the hell's happened? My God, that's all grip tape, by the way. This is just a bag of grip tape because we're going on a massive journey. So it's not rubbish. It's just an ugly bag of grip tape.
It is rubbish.
Anyway, Soam's given me. He's brought a map with him, so I can draw on a map. I respect that. Thank you. We can't reset the counter though.
All right.
But I appreciate that you've said.
Then again, that's raspberry.
You're basically an anarchist. He's just come to try and. Okay, here we go. Okay, my mug's.
By the way, if you guys know what map this is, I'll be very impressed. Not you guys. You guys should probably know.
There's time for. We just caused anarchy, man. We'll have to come back to this later because Dust 2 has started. FaZe Clan are on the CT side. Olaf Mice has got the flashes and the HE grade, and Nico's found himself a headshot on long.
Right. So.
Dan, focus.
I know
Focus.
I know what map
Focus,
it is,
Dan.
James.
No, the match has
Do you know what
started.
map it is?
Dan, you've got to focus on the match. Come on.
I know what the map is.
You guys will know. Well, we are playing Dust 2.
Yeah, it's not that.
But it's not
Dusty.
Dust 2.
Definitely not Dusty. Right, so we've got ourselves a split into the B-bomb sites. Let's see how successful this one is. Broker trying to get into the window. He wants to escape. He wants to jump. Cold Zero is left alone as Brokey will die. And the bomb will be planted. It's a 4 versus 2. It's a retake for FaZe. It's not a favorable one. It is a very unfavorable one. Some may say they should probably save their Kevlar. It's perfect. They have the kits. James, you'd be saving it right now.
I think on other maps, yes, but on Dust 2, it's
You should do it. You get scouts.
yeah, you'd already have.
Oh, he's trying to escape. Nico, he took his hand off his mouse.
Or is he looking at radar? Which one?
Yeah, he's doing something. He's talking to
Picking his
someone.
nose.
Take your pick.
Do you pick your nose whilst you're playing, James?
I mean, I don't really like have a list of parameters for when I pick my nose. It's just like if I have like a dry bogey in my nose which needs to come out and it's annoying me, then I'll remove it.
Okay.
I feel like if you get
Actually, I started my stream yesterday and immediately picked my nose, and then I was like, oh my God, I just picked my nose on stream. So yesterday I did that. If you tuned into the beginning of my stream yesterday, I picked my nose immediately.
Clip it.
Yep. Clip it. Someone clip
Whatever,
it.
I don't
Clip
care.
it.
I feel like if you get dropped to 250 and you don't get a kill, I mean, Zipnik's got two here, then you got to buy the guy who dropped you coffee or something. You know? He's taking a
raspberries.
gamble.
Yeah, I like that.
Raspberry flavored
Yeah.
coffee? Is that what you said?
No, just buy some raspberries. Dupree makes his way out long. It's a job well done, man. It's a job well done. There'll be an exchange of fire on long. Again, FaZe are one map down after getting beaten around somewhat on Nuke. Very strong map for Astralis, at least in this matchup. Love to see the Shark. Do you have the Shark Scout?
I don't.
You disappointed
Nor
me,
do I.
Painters.
Are you a good scouter, James?
Absolutely.
He's going to say absolutely no matter what you ask.
Especially with the Shark skin enabled. But you have to have
Shark
the
mode.
MLG holo on it as well. We've got a two-man push in B halls from FaZe. They are playing for information. They have control of short.
That's smoke.
We have Glaive top mid with a UMP, who could stop the rotation and stop things from getting worse. But he's starting to creep up towards that short position. Nico creating some space to fish with the scout. Still 5-10 players alive. Olaf Meister will finally be the first to fall. Sub 1 minute mark. FaZe has personnel. They don't really have too many grenades. Only Brokey. He can hold on to that for a potential defuse, but it's looking less likely now as Astralis start to take control of the short position. Glaive is just biding time. Why hasn't a bomb been planted just yet?
They're winning at the smoke, trying to play it safe, I think. Which I think is really smart, because they had better positioning, better guns. Although, speaking of guns, got an AK on Brokey. Is he going to go for it? I mean, he has a kit too.
Is a smoke and a defuse kit.
Yeah.
But Zipex is still on the site with a Krieg. So losses will be cut.
Do you know what map it is, James?
Is it Tuscan?
Yes, it is. Or CPL Mill.
Did you...
Well, that looks like Tuscan, but...
Valent, did
It
you
is.
see
Yeah,
the new... Someone did a new remake of Tuscan.
I saw the
recently.
pictures.
I had a look around it. It looks really cool. I think the aesthetic is very well done.
Nice.
I should make a video at some point going around it.
You should. I would watch.
It's pretty cool. I went around it on my stream, but I think I could do a better video to put on the YouTube. I forget what it's called. It's on my
Tuscan?
workshop maps. No, they changed the name of it. The one where they had like there's a skate park in there and some other bits.
Overpass.
No, it's a remake. You're trolling me. You're trolling me, aren't you? You've been here. He's been there in like an hour, but he's really fitting in very well. Right, where is the? I don't know if I can get to the workshop from the mobile client of Steam. Never mind. We'll come to it later.
What do you?
Cool.
How do you feel about second round buys on Dust2? I know this is third round, but they did buy second round. They lost CTs.
CTs.
I think it makes sense because I feel like Dust 2 is a map where you need the orbs, you need the nades, you need pretty much everything. And with the scouts and the deagles, teams are finding quite a lot of value.
Yeah.
With that and keeping the T economy more honest. So I'm kind of a fan, but I don't think it makes sense necessarily on every map.
Yeah.
But what I hate to see is when a team does a save and they have a terrible buy in the third round. And it feels like they're playing so far behind already. That always seems rough. You're of the same mind?
Yeah. Exactly what you said.
Well, Dupree in a really bad situation. He didn't think it would spread, so he didn't have the grenade out in time. That's unfortunate for Dupree. I love that the laser, his aim is just like all over the place there. Oh my god.
Oh dear, just that one clip. He tried to avoid the sound cue, but he failed. And now he's dead. 3 FaZe remain for Astralis.
This is a tragic round for Astralis. Dupree just dies, not knowing if he should pull a smoke out. And then Madges tries to walk, is walking in the smoke and just gets sprayed. It's looking fairly uninspired. But it's 3-5, and Dust 2 is maybe one of the absolute best maps to be in a position like this. In terms of, it's not as bad as a train. If you're like 3v5 in a situation on a train, the round's over, basically.
Wide flash from Cold, goes through from double stack, and they're still behind the smoke. They're trying to make their way through the choke point, but it's easy spray for him. He'll make himself, he will make himself vulnerable with the reload. Maybe as a bait because there's plenty of cover. And 4th place of Viper FaZe with the odd upgrade. The Kriegs are going to be so nice, better than the Org. Before the nerf to the Org, it was so good at holding down the B bomb site. As people tried to push, and the Krieg may just take that one up. Really important Kriegs for the CT side of Dust 2. Lots of utility to be had in them.
I wonder if that was one of those situations where Dupree dying as he did. Oh, what
Oh
an
my
AK!
God.
Are you serious? Alright, we'll come back to that. We've got to push into the long position. Raid will be able to take down Magis, but it's looking fantastic for Astralis. They've got long control, they've got a man advantage, they still have plenty of utility. Nico really needs some play towards Catwalk, and it's going to get just worse. Debate there, Nico. Not a bad shot, but he's alone. Does he go for it? They haven't planted just yet. He's going to fall back, go for the save. But yeah, so that round where Dupree dies to the Molotov Valence, do you think it's one of those situations where Astralis had a whole plan where Dupree can create make it look like a long take, which will pull a player into middle away from B, Magis creeps out, gets one. Is that kind of like what they were trying to do?
Yeah, I think Dust 2 is unique. I would say Dust 2 and Nuke are very like this, where you can use a lot of utility and just send one person someplace, and create some openings elsewhere. If Dupree gets out there and he stays alive, even if he smokes off that molly, they have no idea what's going on FaZe. So it would have been good.
The failure was to like not adjust, that he just dies and just still commit to it anyway. That's such a common thing. I found like that I often would make those mistakes if I wasn't like really focused. You get like married to making a certain play, even if the variables change.
Yeah.
In the middle of the play, you still commit to it, even though you shouldn't.
Yeah, this map is interesting in that way because it has a traditional mid. You know, you can take mid and cat control, but a lot of people like to do that fake long, create some pressure, maybe go fast cat off of it, or just explode into B or walk out mid. There's a lot of options, and at a certain point, if you trade out, you're gonna get control of that other area of the map that there only is one CT there. So yeah, this shot was insane. Welcome to the big leagues, Brookie. I think that's what he's saying.
What do you think is the worst map in the pool, competitive pool right now?
I don't like Vertigo, but I think that's because it keeps changing, so I have to keep relearning the angles. Learning is not the issue. It's just, come on, man.
It needs to settle, right? For one.
Yeah.
The last changes were pretty dramatic.
Yeah.
I think people were okay with the development of how it was before. So I think it caught everybody off guard. I played it yesterday.
It's weird, isn't it?
It's very, very, very different. The entire approach to the A bomb site is extremely different. It was interesting last time, but I think the design has stopped the smoke variants around the A bomb site, but we are not really talking about the current round where there's a burst into the B bomb site from Astralis. They've only, well, they haven't lost a single player actually in this push, and FaZe may be giving up on this one. They do have 2 Molotovs for the retake, but they're deciding against it. I feel like Astralis would go for it in this scenario, or at least fish for something with those incendiaries.
Dust 2B is up there, and one of the hardest sites to retake in Counter-Strike, I feel.
It is a tough one. FaZe will back off, hold on to their weapons in a long position. 5-1 for Astralis. They started with a really nice lead on Nuke, and they look to do the same on Dust 2. This is the pick of FaZe, so one would expect things to get better for them over time, but for now, it's looking tough.
What's the second worst map in the competitive map pool?
I think Train could use some changes.
Oh yeah.
Mostly because there only seems to be 1 or 2 ways of playing it. You know, you want to get pop, or maybe you don't. You want to jump out Olaf with the early flash, or maybe you don't. Maybe you want to walk Ivy. You know, there's just like everything seems a little bit telegraphed that you can do early round.
It's such a different map as well in terms of there's like almost no map control. It's just bomb sites.
Yeah.
So it's very, very odd, very unique in that way. By the way, Device looking for that pick. Can he do what Glaive can do with an AK, but with an AWP instead? Looks like he can't. So, oh, Nika's actually on a boost there in mid. That's kind of cool. Haven't seen that for a while. Bit gimmicky. You do lack players in position, and such as it's not the third player around A. And that's a huge issue. Once again, FaZe in the opening moments of the round are put in a position where almost they almost have to save.
Ooh.
He gets collateral damage on device as well. That could be what they need to turn things around here, but they don't have any positioning on the A bomb site. I think, how do Astralis interpret the round? Because having 2 in mid at the beginning was definitely strange, but device will take down Nico, so if there was opportunity in this round for FaZe, it's now dropped dramatically.
1 minute mark. Just broke in cold. Astralis know that if the CTs want to win this round, they kind of have to make a play. They can't just sit and react, but on Dust 2, what kind of plays can you make? Astralis looking for that in case it is what's happening, and they will start to move together. Cold Zero may have heard the players moving up the mid position, and they start to head towards long.
Yeah, I think it's just one of those spots where we won't move. If they go for a B split, cool, but there's no way they're going to go for it. So, and it's again a very tragic first half for FaZe so far. Really struggling to find their footing in the early rounds. It was only really the round where you can see it on the 4th round where Dupree dies with a molly, into a molly, and then Magic walks into a smoke and gets sprayed down. Like, those are very weird situations, and that's really been the only advantages obviously the FaZe have found early on, and that was almost Astralis' own doing. So
This round was kind of cool. At long A, FaZe threw a molly, and Astralis waited for like maybe 3 or 4 seconds into the molly spread, smoked it out, and just went through it and caught 2 CTs. How long into a molly spread do you feel comfortable no one's coming through? Because FaZe definitely thought they were cool.
right, yeah, that's a really good point. Yeah, it's quite a smart move. Yeah, it's so cool, how the meta develops around things like that. Trying to play against the expectation of your opponent to find an advantage.
I haven't seen FaZe fight for Cat really at all, or just push off Cat, or kind of crunch upper B from lower and things like that. So I think they need to maybe consider giving up long a little bit and fighting for mid. Astralis is kind of doing whatever they want with the mid and Cat control right now.
Yeah, CT side and Dusty is very hard. Your options are limited compared with most other maps. Dusty is definitely a map that I'd consider making changes to, because I feel like there's just not enough you can do on the CT side. I feel like this is the easiest map to run T defaults, because the map control that you need for that default is like almost guaranteed. It's so easy for you to take it. That's the T side. Nico, he knows he needs to get something early, but it's just not the opportunity that he's looking for.
Hot flash, 2D. Meister looking for more. He may not be able to retrieve this gun, but he's done one better than that. Okay, we've got devastation for Astralis. Just like the nature of the round, phase 1 first. Or second on Nuke. A second round on Dust 2, if this is to be it. Looks like it will be at this point. 1 versus 5 for Device. At this juncture, I feel like it's not so much about planting the bomb, it's about taking these rifles away. But they won't be able to do that. FaZe steal everything. Everything is taken from that round. Everybody picks up a gun who needed one. Yeah, great effort by Olofmeister.
That's the round they needed.
Teamwork with the pop flash as well. Let's not forget that.
That was some good basics. I mean, Nico had the only gun really, he had the op, so they let him work first. He saw nothing, but he got some info. He didn't get a kill, but he got some info, I should say. And that activated Olaf for that flash peek on Cat, which is great.
Very fast play from Device. Looking through the gap, looking for CTs to peek. It's a common angle where CTs will try to look towards lower tunnel. 4 players coming out, nothing doing just yet. Nico forced from his position. Quick rotate from him. Olofmeister's got control of long, so it's not too much of a nervous rotation. But it seems he will re-aggress. Thanks to some utility as well, they will take position away from Astralis. And they know now that they could be looking at a 0 short once again.
Bomb is down in T-spawner right now, so would imagine someone needs to go get that. One of the players maybe throwing the flashes, perhaps Dupree. As they're about to push for position with just less than a minute, so they have to move the bomb as well. And going for that long take, Olofmeister dodging the flash, but still getting taken down. Flash, Nico struggling there. Bomb has indeed been collected by Dupree, and they'll make their way to the A site. Rain could change all of this. FaZe in trouble here.
Rain compromised Rain's position. Looked like he was standing on Goose, maybe looking to make the palm tree flashbang, but having lost long, he had nowhere to hide. Didn't have short, had long, lost long. All he can do is stand behind some boxes and hope for the best. Trying to hide like it's Metal Gear Solid, but that's not going to work. cold0 towards B. A voyeur with some binoculars.
At least FaZe have some, you know, they got a free buy because they won that previous eco rounds and picked up all the guns, so that's nice. But what's the problem is that it feels like they're not finding any consistency to being able to hold onto positions. Like if Astralis want to take long, Astralis get long and they get kills in doing so. So it's like this weird thing. I feel like if you're losing long, I feel like you have to show the T side that you can actually hold it and almost commit at least 3. I mean, we might see FaZe commit 4 players there. That's something that we're starting to see a bit more in the meta right now. What is your opinion of that?
Yeah, I think playing the first guy to long from spawn, off of spawn as well as in the meta, playing 4 towards long as well as in the meta. But you gotta have a rounder, like a couple of rounds where at least maybe you don't win them, but you show that hey, you're good at mid and B, like you're strong there. But yeah. I mean, FaZe hasn't been able to show anything really. They won the eco. That's the closest they got to showing a really strong round. So I think they need to, like you said, they should decide where do they want to show that they have a strong footing, and then play the rest of the half off of that mind game.
Yeah. And it seems like they're just putting Nico on catwalk, looking for those picks. It had to be successful. They've gotten stuff out of catwalk, but this time it doesn't work out. And that's a huge issue. Cold also took a leg shot from Glaive towards long. And Olofmeister walks in by himself there towards Cat. It's looking disjointed here for FaZe. And they are getting punished by Astralis.
There must have been some kind of comms that were off there. Nico is trying to fall back even though he's looking for the lower B pick. And he gets caught in transition. I think it's a little bit hesitant across the map. Maybe some comms issues.
Who do you think is the best team in the world right now?
Astralis.
I would agree. Yeah, I think actually it's a bit late to ask that question. I think Liquid have fallen off a little. Not as hot as they were. Looking to find that form once again.
I do think they're better than they've been showing lately, Liquid, but I don't think they're #1 anymore. Yeah, the Astralis is definitely #1.
I feel like
King is back.
NIP is most improved. Like, from what they've been doing with their game, it's like they really revolutionized things. Really interesting to see Threat going back to the coaching role there. I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
Love to see that. Man advantage for FaZe. An early 5 versus 4, and that's made better by cold0 with the AWP on the B bomb side. The bomb is dropped for worst case scenario while Zipx drops a Molotov. Will that pull rotation? Indeed it will to some degree. Rain making his way towards the mid doors, excuse me. Glaives by long. Not an ideal round for Astralis. 3 versus 5. They have some utility. They have a take of short, ever so quietly. Olofmeister will play off the comms of his teammates. However, he will walk into the AWP of Glaive. That's a really big frag. It's forcing the CTs back. Nico seen with the AWP. Glaive trying to run distraction with the HE grenade, but how's he going to actually win this duel? He's close, he jumps, and he's picked up a Krieg at the right spot. This is a fast-moving run. 1 versus 2 now. It's made better. It's not great, but it has improved. He's got the right utility for it as well. Brokey peeks, and down he goes. AWP versus AWP. He doesn't know the MSL smoke for CT spawn, but did he spot cold0? He didn't. I can't believe they took it that far to a 1 versus 1. But it is Astralis after all, and they've got the money to punish FaZe for losing so many plays in that round.
For a couple of seconds, that was actually in Astralis' favor too. Magisk had a chance to get a second kill from elbow onto a guy elevator, and yeah, he probably barely missed it. I think Glaive caused such a distraction along A. That could have been an easy one run.
It's a really rough way to win a round for FaZe Clan. Might see some players jump, but Astralis will focus their efforts elsewhere.
Ooh, that was close, wasn't it? That was pretty close. Boost. FaZe have shown that they want to, or they have tried to get value from Catwalk early in a few rounds, so Boost as a response. Taking map control. Now we got Rain playing anti-flash, supporting Nico with the AWP. Nico blinds, Rain turns. Looks like they're gonna pull back a little bit here. Flash in for Rain with that MP9. Here he goes. It's gonna work out nicely for the first kill. Get some additional information. Was it worth it? We'll find out. I suppose he had an MP9, so getting value, getting an MP9 in a good spot to get a frag is not going to be all that bad, especially Nico anchoring on that A site. But Astralis, they've got a lot of utility here. They could easily set piece anything they want.
Nico blind. The team's taken position, the device is going to get picked off. Nico is aware of the situation, but that drive-by from Glaive is disgusting. 3v3, he moves to CT spawn rather than expose himself for long. There's a deep smoke there. There's a CT on either side though, and he's going to walk straight into the crossfire. Does he see 2 on a def cam though? Would be important information. Tipek's looking over the smoke, gets tagged from the pit, got to be careful. He has the flash and that's about it. I like the flash bounced off where the pizza sign used to be before they pop into the lower position. They're lining up for Magic, and that's going to change things quite a lot. Olofmeister in the pit will lose the duel to Zipex. The Krieg's the scopes, making a hell of a difference. And it's 9-3 for Astralis.
I feel like that 2K is more epic with an AK. You know, like, the Krieg is just like, I feel like anyone can do that. Just instantly kill those 2 players. That's so sick, because we saw that from Nico's perspective. And it's that right eye peek versus the left eye peek. And it's because, especially because Nico was scoped in as well, so it looks even faster. And that's it. You said, James said, Astralis were in a position to punish FaZe, and that's exactly what they've done.
This is what we call the butcher by 5 Deagles. Looking for meat shots. There's the flash. Magis gets 1 for gratis. There's a trade. Magis now 1 versus 1. Feeling confident. Here's the footsteps, and he will deliver that 4th kill. Zero fishing for something. 1v1s. He'll take them. The device will trade fast enough.
Nice shot.
I reckon if you got the chest piece spray, try to put it where the head was, you could get some interesting sprays going on there. Maybe it's too big.
Raspberries.
Oh, if they got it twice in one half, I would be disgusted. They do get some damage.
Yeah, damage is brokey again.
The crazy thing is, like, the Krieg's like kind of 5 auto snipers there. You can just like Krieg up and do pre-will Krieg Rain, and then he'll Krieg Olofmeister, who is next to be Krieg.
Is the game even fun for them? It's fun for me. It's easy to get kills now.
What do you have an idea of what should change with the Krieg, be it price or otherwise?
I think it's too imbalanced because the CTs don't have anything to counteract it. So I would prefer that no side has something like that. So I would probably decrease the fire rate, or just make it like the Galil damage. Keep everything the same and make it like Galil damage instead of whatever damage it has, like God tier.
So it's not a one shot anymore?
Yeah.
Or?
Oh, James, you should compare it to the Galil stats when we have a moment, actually. That'd be interesting.
It's crazy getting a jiggle 1 tap from across the map with the Krieg.
Yeah. Feeling confident, peeking an AWP.
Yeah.
Maybe have more movement speed restriction with it, actually. Like, so you move much slower with it.
I think you did say, Dan, that I think your suggestion was it doesn't want that.
Yeah.
I was quite against that. But
that's basically the org.
Yeah.
The T-side org.
But I suppose it does have different utility to the AK with the scope. So it's still like a different weapon with an argument to choose over it.
Yeah.
But I thought like a pro would never choose a Krieg over an AK if the Krieg wasn't a one-tap machine. And the AK is.
Yeah, I mean, it does reset recoil faster than an AK, so it has some advantages still that obviously the scope resets recoil. The first bullet accuracy seems higher than the AK as well.
Yeah, it is more accurate. 100% armor penetration. What armor?
It could be also that you nerf the accuracy when it's not scoped. Kind of like it's basically the change they made to the org. In fact, was that change.
Device doing what he can. Glaive commits the bomb, but there's the numbers game there, so it doesn't matter. 12-3 for Astralis at half-time. Another dominating half, almost a mirror, if not a mirror, of Nuke. We'll see if FaZe can bring it back again after the break.
Start your path to pro. Begin your matchmaking experience with like-minded players. Climb the ranks, meet your teammates, and make it all the way to the top. Rise through the ranks to the FPL circuits and play alongside the best players in the world. And who knows, you might just be the next Saiwu. Begin your road to pro at FACEIT.com.
Cool, right? Want to know where I got it? Well, look, go to cs.money. It's a trade platform and a marketplace at the same time. Just choose, click, and get. Good luck, bro.
And we back. Tipex has some flashbangs. There was a poke in mid. And Astralis are putting 4 people, almost 5 on the A bomb site. Boosting up quickly. Where is Tipex? He's a flashbang man. There's the first one to fade away through the smoke. And he's got a second one in the hole to be deployed. Here it comes. Attack number 2. And they're all left to fall back once again, but there's still a chance for FaZe to do this. 3v3 despite those 2 flashbangs. There's a rotation from onshore from Magis. Device fighting around the smoke, a little bit exposed. 1v1 for Glaive. Velocmeister moves back though. Nico's got 10 HP. Problem is everyone aims for the head in a pistol round, so 10 HP can still be doable because no one's really going for a chest play. And they're simply walking away. How curious will the CTs be? Not too curious. They may lose position. Oh, hold on a second. There goes Nico, and the jig is up. Olofmeister planting the bomb on the B bomb, so it has a few desperate seconds, maybe longer actually, because Magic is still leaving the A bomb site. Needs to catch up with his teammate before they can do this.
Yeah, they have the kit though, so they do have time to wait for each other and everything. Although that said, Glaive's really far forward, and he'll go down for free. I feel like they had time. They had loads of time to kind of play together there, but they were very separated. Very strange. Oh, Magis is going to win the rounds. Okay. Oh my god. It's just... Oh man. That's a rough one.
I think
That's
Glaive
a
was
rough
thinking
one.
he's low HP. Let me just find out where he is. But still, yeah, they had so much time, man. The kid.
Yeah.
Probably should have just gone together.
That was really weird.
Yeah.
So Magis just
This
holds
round
it.
was weird.
Pop.
And then... Yeah. That's so funny, and also gets the one tap afterwards. It's so weird.
Salty one tap afterwards.
13-3. FaZe are... They're being blown up, James.
So has Yanko's internet been blown up, so there's been a slight pause. A slight pause, Dan. I appreciate that you brought me a printout of a map overview. Complete with callouts as well. This is pretty cool.
Well, not that many callouts on there. There's like 3.
Why are you scrutinizing the number of callouts on the map, Dan? Why do you feel
Be
this is
happy
necessary?
with what you get, Dan.
This is how you lose friends and alienate people. Well, I see you put callouts on the map, but there aren't many callouts there, are there? That's a dick move, as you would say.
Why was
Dick move, Dan.
why did you select Tuscan / Mill?
I think it's because we kind of need it, right? Tuscan would be nice to have back.
It's a good map.
Yeah.
Don't know how
I think people need to get it out of their system. You know, it's gonna kind of be in the conversation forever until it is added to the map pool.
Yeah.
So I feel like that needs to happen.
It does. Wow. Nice pick there. I like the play from Astralis, trying to keep tabs on what FaZe are doing, trying to catch them as they move to catwalk. It's kind of that timing in the round where typically a team's going to try to get catwalk control. You get a double peek in there. They get a 4v3 out of all of it after all is said and done. And if you look at the utility, well, there is 0 smokes remaining on FaZe. They just put a smoke on CT, and now they've got no smoke. So they're in trouble from that perspective. Got to walk it in dry into Magis. He's only got 12 HP though.
Instant trade. Molly towards the underpass. FaZe make it to the A-bomb site. Double Kriegs. This is doable. There are flashbangs to deal with. Device has an incendiary. Rain's on angle. Will surely catch at least one player off guard. This might be hard to battle when he's got a Krieg in tow. There are flashes that can be used, however. A 3-pronged assault from Astralis. Almost a fork. Brokey taken down. Rain trying to fight on the site, covered by the boxes, but all the jewels will be lost. And it will be round number 14 for Astralis to the 3 of FaZe.
I don't think Glaive's died to a Krieg yet. He keeps getting these Colt versus Krieg battles and he wins them.
Yeah. I was just about to say that. Just the way that Glaive peaks in these fights, he's somehow always just it's really weird because when you look at it from Glaive's perspective, oh, he just peaks and he gets a kill. Then you look at it from the Krieg's perspective, you're like, they look like they're ready for the peak and then they just die. I don't understand. I don't understand what he's doing. I think one thing with this understated, well, actually it's not understated. Glaive is a really smart player, and he just understands how to peek, how to swing on everything, and his anticipation, his visualization, his game sense is just so good.
HE by the doors, and they start to creep into Glaive. Loves to cause problems. A weapon has been collected. Device moonwalking up top mid. At some point he has to turn. Oh, was he spotted by Cold? I'm not sure if he came up on the radar or anything. Although it looks like he did, but Cold's got the bomb. He will win the duel though, no fear from him. Really important frag. If he lost the bomb there outside the doors, then who the hell knows? Maybe been smoked off. Not sure what the utility was, but here we are. A minute on the clock. A man advantage for FaZe, and the flank continues from Astralis. Surely you won't expect exactly the same play.
Wave 2. Perhaps, no. Yeah, it must have been that it came up on the radar there. It's got to be. And now FaZe hold. But the thing is, you know, they can hold, but they do have to eventually get on the bomb site. So that's the thing. And interestingly, Magisk has an incendiary, so you can slow things down. Dupree is a smoke. And FaZe are now kind of committed to A. So there's a lot of delay that's possible for Astralis. It'd be really interesting if they throw the perfect nades and how FaZe will respond to those. So there's an did that incendiary get diffused by the smoke? I'm not sure. Now goes the HE, and well, there's one in return too. So a 4th round for FaZe. It's a long road, but at least they've broken the money of Astralis. So they'll have some respite from the terror that is Astralis on a 4x. Although there's 3 scouts. So now I'm worried. The scouts are actually so good, especially the team that tries to play slow. Get a couple tags, and all of a sudden, panic ensues. Don't do it, Orthmeister. Don't do it. Do not
Do it.
Don't do it. Don't peek deep.
I want you to do it.
Look at that. The fear of the scouts has allowed Glaive a deep position, an off angle towards lower dark, but Nico's ready.
Seems there is a chance for FaZe on Guard 2. Perhaps there will be plenty of success for them on the T side. Again, the margin for error is quite small. Brokey patiently waits and patiently punishes Dupree towards B. There's a cleanup in CT spawn as well, which leaves the scout with Zipex. The bomb makes its way towards B. FaZe will retain solid map control, player top mid, lower tunnel in the B bomb site, of course. See, these stickers just make that scout skin look ugly. Look much cleaner without it.
Imagine if, you know, there was a mechanic in the game where Zipex could like get a bag and put a couple scouts in there, so you could save 3 scouts into the next round. That'd be cool, right?
Why would you even imagine such a ridiculous mechanic?
Because I want to see 3 scouts in the next round, so that's why, James. I'll find a way to make it happen. It's got the Krieg though.
A bag. That's what you want added to a game. A bag.
Yeah, like a shopping bag.
Like a shopping bag.
Yeah.
Like a eco-friendly recyclable bag.
Sling it on your
Bag
back.
for life bag. Would it be like a cooler bag where you could put drinks in it,
Or
keep them
maybe-
cool for a while?
Maybe the way it works.
It looks
James,
warm on this map.
Here's how you balance it. You have to like
Balanced bag.
yeah, so like you know how you defuse the bomb and like without a kit takes 10 seconds. Maybe like you could dismantle the gun, takes 10 seconds for a full dismantle, but now it's small enough that you can put it in the bag.
It almost sounds like something from Escape from Tarkov.
Yeah. So there you go. I've balanced it now. So there's a risk.
You balance the bag.
There's a risk to doing it now.
The bag is no longer overpowered. Solid stuff.
Yeah.
Let's construct weapons.
You know what's in the bag when there are no guns in it, though?
What's in the
Nothing?
bag?
Raspberries.
Raspberries.
Oh right, yeah.
They'll be crushed by the. They could be crushed by the guns, and then the guns could jam because of the raspberries.
And then you can eat them to regain some health.
Yeah. Maybe it's like regenerative.
Maybe there's
regenerative-
antioxidants,
like it's like
so they can
they're-
heal wounds.
It's like a Molotov, but it heals you. So it's like
Like a Molotov, but it heals you.
yeah, so it works. Over,
Raspberries are like a Molotov.
yeah, so it works.
What
over,
are you talking about?
So it's incremental healing over like 10 ticks or something. 10 ticks of healing.
I think this
Molotov
game,
is fire. Raspberries are fruit.
Yeah, but the whole point is over time.
this game doesn't
obviously.
like ridiculous things.
This bag thing has gone way too far.
Hey man, you just mess it up with your raspberries.
FaZe have 6 rounds on the board. They're looking for number 7. Astralis back on the buy. They have the Org on Dupree, a bunch of M4s, and then the device is naked with the AWP. Zipex looking away from grenades. And there's a grenade. Is there a flash for him? It seems like there is. Ooh. Nico will be absorbed. Victimized by the Onos that is Zipex. Did you ever play Natural Selection, Valens?
Long time ago. Not that much. I did play Ricochet. You guys remember that game?
Nice.
Oh, I
Yeah.
still play Ricochet on occasion.
No, you don't.
I do.
You
Look at my
exactly
Steam
don't.
Is it
profile.
even out?
Look at my Steam
You can
profile.
play that game?
Yeah, it's like bots on the servers now, but whatever.
That was the first game ever released on Steam.
Wow. Still going, just
Yeah.
about.
I'm pretty sure that's correct.
You can't believe anything that says, especially when he
I'm
says
pretty
that,
sure.
it's almost definitely wrong.
Raspberries or mollies?
Exactly.
The first
He's a fountain of fake news.
first
35 seconds remain, Dan. Just put a cake in it.
Who
Put
did you vote?
your chocolate layered cake in it for now. Okay, because we've got to focus on this situation. FaZe are trying to avoid a game point, but they're in a rough spot. They don't have the best map control. They're looking for a split of the B bomb site, but Glaive's on the flank. Look at his timing. He senses it. He's got a spidey sense. He's got the spray. Can they stand here to engage him? I don't know, because there's 90 seconds on the clock. They'll take him out, but it's wasted time. Device through the smoke. Will they even get close to the B bomb site? The bombs had to abandon mid doors and go back through the tunnel. There's already 2 players on B. They're not showing to the tunnel, but they can hear Brokey surely. 6 seconds. They've got no chance to plant this bomb. The bomb's on the floor, and so are the chances of FaZe of winning this round. All they can do is lose personnel now as Astralis make it to match point.
This is really a story of desperation, isn't it? It's surprising because you would have expected that FaZe would have done better on Dust 2 versus Nuke, just because the map is more simplistic in terms of strategy, as well as the tactics to support the strategies. But they're struggling pretty heavily against Astralis, but it's... Astralis, they have many layers. They have the most layers of any team in the game.
Yeah,
Rainbow cake, no? Marble cake.
Marble cake is amazing.
3 Astralis players are in a long position. Glaive will have some flashbang support. He's got a molly behind blue. He's got a HE flying up as well. But what they don't have is Astralis players, because they're all going to get absolutely wrecked. They're going to get trampled on. They're going to get deleted, erased. There will be no history books of Astralis in this round. It was a flash in the pan. It was brief. And the money's been broken. This is huge for FaZe. Yes, they are miles behind and they seem unlikely to bring this back. However, they have afforded themselves a chance to do exactly that because they ain't got no money, Astralis. And their loss bonus is in the bin.
Ain't got the money.
Please don't sing.
Keep singing, Dan.
I guess it's a coin flip.
Since this round is done, last round, you guys remember when Glaive just started sprinting on the flank from long A?
Yes.
I think it's so interesting because he knows that even if they hear him, even if there's a guy palm tree and he gets killed, he has so much info at that late of the round that it's fine. So just the gears turning on when he can make those kinds of plays that he's so good at, I think a lot of people can learn from him just by watching him. Just like you were talking about Device, if you want to learn how to op and decision making, why he makes decisions, watch Glaive, guys.
He is so smart. He's also so... I mean, obviously, Zipex is the most honorable mention, most notable mention of, in the clutch category for Astralis, but Glaive as well is like so sick in clutch situations. He's so smart. All right, we've got the play on the catwalk here from the CTs, and it's going to work out. USP. This is going to actually deliver a kill for Astralis, and they'll pick up a gun as well. And speak of the devil, and he shall appear. Zipex picks up that M4. And he's looking to try to do some damage towards B. He's going to anchor that, and Astralis will burst towards the mid doors here, trying to use the numbers to their advantage. Now, I don't think FaZe have actually used the Molotov in the close positions yet, so I don't know if that position is all that safe. Looks like they won't throw the molly behind the door. Very interesting if you watch Avangar and you watch how they do their defaults. It's pretty formulaic, but it's just effective.
FaZe make their way towards A. There's a rotation from B for Astralis, but we can't expect much in this round considering they are fighting with pots and pans. There's a cameo appearance from a rifle. We had a closer look at the M4A4 in Texas with a giraffe. I say with a giraffe, not on the giraffe, just to be clear. The giraffe was observing with us. You've seen our Sounds of CSGO episodes. We were under a marquee tent with a giraffe, looking at the M4A4. It's an interesting time. I think we need to do a Sounds of CSGO with a ladder. And we can look at how the ladder used to sound. How it sounds now. And how real ladders sound.
It sounds dangerous.
I wouldn't put you on a ladder though, Dan. I think that would be the end of you. Even a step ladder with 3 steps. So I guess I'll go up the ladder.
Chaos is a ladder.
Indeed it is. Get some Timberlands, go up the ladder.
We can hire someone to go up the ladder. Someone who's a professional, maybe.
I feel like there's a lawsuit in there somewhere. I shall do the ladder. Sounds of CSGO ladder. I can get a stay as scout in the UK. I could actually buy one if I bought the appropriate license. Could join my 3 shotguns.
But you have to get a blood in the water skin on it, otherwise it's worthless.
Could get a wrap for it, like cars do. I don't know if that's a thing for a sniper rifle. Anyway, Astralis is back on the buy. They've got a good buy. They've also got a Krieg on Magisk, and they've got a nice frag.
Oh no.
Device is ready for the ting in mid. Nice flick there. This might be the end of the line for FaZe Clan. Device looking for more, lurking through. It's an easy one on Nico.
God.
Maybe not expecting. Device looking for the ace now. He's just got 4. They're serving themselves up for him.
Oh man, it felt like after those first 2 kills, they just started giving him free peeks here.
Shrimp in a pan. Oh, he's missed the last one. The highlight has been completely ruined. But maybe they can just settle for winning the match. Down to 9 HP is Brokey. And he is surrounded by Astralis players. They overwhelm. And these highlights are brought to you by NVIDIA. Safe to say it was complete domination from start to finish.
What did you make of it, Valence?
I think it was safe to say. I think it's safe to say that FaZe did not look that promising today, and it's probably because they're playing the best team in the world.
That's the thing, yeah. It's like all of your tools can get taken away by a team that is effectively disarming you, really. And one of the best ways to disarm most teams these days, I mean, I guess it will always be like this, is having good coordination, good usage of tactics, and just reading the game really well. And that's Astralis. Every single player is dangerous, and they had a lot of really great maneuvers and some excellent individual performances. I feel like they were serving themselves up to Device. That made it a little bit easy for him, but again, perhaps they felt like it was too much to overcome. 16-8 is the final score, as you can see, and that's Valley's right. Doesn't look right to me.
No,
so
there's a bug there, so never mind that.
Unless
But
it's
Astralis
bugs.
will make their way to the final. A swift 2-0 of FaZe Clan in the upper half of the bracket, and then Big and Trick are to play tomorrow. That is a brutal game of Counter-Strike, and we have more brutality to come in North America, which is about an hour away. But before we go, we have the HyperX Factor play of the game. Show me the money, show me the juice. Is it going to be Device in that last bit? I mean, that's a fair contender. A late entrant, perhaps, but who knows what it's going to be.
Yeah, give me some Glaive.
You go and get some Glaive.
No clipping. Wait.
Okay. Very, very nice. Disappears.
Oh.
Ah, this is how he does it. That's crazy. They have feet in this game.
He's like Scorpion, it's down back punch. Teleport. See? Teleports it. Now he's by the round. Marvelous work from Glaive. He's everywhere, rotating like he's got an AWP. And there's more to come from Astralis, because indeed they will be in this week's final in the European region. But it is North America later on at the top of the next hour. And in between then, have a look at the hubs on the FACEIT platform. Put an ECS into your FACEIT app or your website, your place of choice of playing on FACEIT, and you can find the information there and see what prizes and points you can win. I think I've got about 4,000 FACEIT points in my account. I don't know what I'll spend them on, probably stick them on mythically. Anyway, see what you can win and get involved. Again, if you don't have a party to play with, you can solo queue in the last half an hour of check-in, or even if you have 2, 3, 4 players, you can fill your queue with other people who are solo queuing afterwards. So don't be shy if you don't have a full party. Get involved in the cups. We will see you in about an hour's time for North America. Ciao for now.